Hey, River. I'll put you on in a minute. Let me get settled here. Okay. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram, Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare.
Is connected successfully.
Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram,
The
Hare.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama. Good morning. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Good morning there, everybody. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. I'm glad everybody's come to attend the meeting here. Meeting of the hearts, the heart of God. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Ready for your excursion to Vrindavan today. Your tour guide will be Lalita Ganga. She goes, what, me? Yeah, you. Hare Krishna, Hare. Just look how much fun she's having in Vrindavan. That's all. You could tell. It kind of shows, you know. This is a place where it's okay to be envious and greedy for those who are there. And you could say, wish I was there, and very soon you'll be there too. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama. Isn't it nice to have a place where you can be envious and you can actually attain what others get? Now that's a place to be envious, you know, and jealous. Oh, I want to be. And the boom. I remember River was like that. I really want to do. I want to be like that. Yes. There you go. Boom. You know. Okay. It's better than being envious of the president and you can't get the position, you know. Here you can get the position. You can become a Vrindavan resident. It's the highest stature in the universes. Universes. Ooh, that's the greatest place. You become the most important person in the world that you are in. Even though people don't know it. Some know it who hang around enough. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Can you imagine having a situation where you become the most important person in the lives of millions and nobody knows it for a while? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, yeah. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Radharasa Sudhanidhi by Prabodhanandana Saraswati Thakur. the nectar moon of Radha, Sri Radha's sweetness. Standing erect, the hairs of his body rebuke the blossoming champaka flowers. Raising his arms again and again, he calls out, Hari, Hari. Surrounded by his devotees, again and again he sings and dances. Streams of tears flow from his eyes and sprinkle the ground. Let us glorify him, Lord Gaurachandra. Obeisances to the direction that faces Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. When the breeze coming from that direction playfully moves the edge of his garment, the Lord Krishna, who cannot be attained even by the kings of the yogis, thinks that his life has now become a great success. Obeisances to the glory of Vishnu Banu's daughter. Even Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods cannot attain the pollen of her lotus feet. Her merciful glance showers the best of all nectars. Obeisances to the glory of Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. Even Brahma, Shiva, and the demigods cannot attain the pollen of her lotus feet. Her merciful glance showers the best of all nectars. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet. Dust that even Brahma, Shiva, Shukadev, and Narada, and Bhishma, and a host of great saints cannot see. Dust that has limitless power. Dust that at once transforms the Supreme Personality of Godhead into Sri Radha's submissive servant. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet. Dust that becomes a Kamadua cow to give the nectar of Ras. As the devotees celebrate a great festival of spiritual love, as the devotees celebrate a great festival of spiritual love, placing this dust on their heads, the beautiful gopis attain something even peacock feather crowned Krishna yearns to attain. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet. Dust that becomes a Kamadua cow to give the nectar of Ras as the devotees celebrate a great festival of spiritual love. Placing this dust on their heads, the beautiful gopis attain something even peacock feathered crowned Krishna yearns to attain. Glory to the forest goddess. Glory to the forest goddess. Glory to the forest goddess. Oh, glory to the forest goddess. 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 Oh, glories to the forest goddess. When wounded by millions of Kamade's arrows, Nanda's son fell. She brought him back to life by splashing him with many waves of the blissful nectar of her touch. She brought him back to life with many waves of the blissful nectar of her touch. when will that sweet and graceful nectar ocean? Oh, when will that sweet and graceful nectar ocean? Which is Sri Radha's face. Which is Sri Radha's face. Which is Sri Radha's face. An ocean filled at every moment with waves of sweetness. An ocean filled at every moment with waves of sweetness. An ocean. An ocean filled at every moment with waves of sweetness. Charm, beauty, and wonderful, beautiful pastimes appear before me. Oh, when will I become a sweeper in the forest courtyard, where surrounded by many maidservants, the peacock-crowned Supreme Personality of Godhead speaks his appeal to the nectar ocean that is Sri Radha. Oh, when will I become a sweeper in the forest courtyard, where surrounded by many, we're surrounded by many maidservants. When surrounded by surrounded by surrounded by many maidservants. Oh my lord. Surrounded by many maidservants, the peacock feather crowned Supreme Personality of Godhead speaks his appeal to the nectar ocean, which is Sri Radha. Oh, my heart, please turn from the things of this world and run to Vrindavan. Oh, my heart, please turn from the things of this world and run to Vrindavan, where the great treasure, where the great treasure, where the great treasure. Oh, where the great treasure. Where the great treasure. Oh, my Lord, where the great treasure. The nectar flood. The nectar flood. The nectar flood. The nectar flood that delivers the devotees from this world. The nectar flood that delivers the devotees from this world is Sri Radha's name. 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 Oh, Sri Radha, oh, great treasure of bliss. Oh, Sri Radha, oh, great treasure of bliss. Oh, Sri Radha, oh, my great treasure of bliss. Oh, Sri Radha, great treasure of bliss. When, as the best of lovers, falls at your feet and begs for a nectar's festival of a single embrace, will I see you knit your eyebrows and hear you say, no, no, no. May Sri Radha, who is the personified nectar of perfect spiritual love, who is the personified nectar of perfect spiritual love, and the splendor of whose Chandrakanta jeweled toenails glistens among the gopis. Be merciful to me. Oh, when will Vrindavan's queen Radha her eyes restless with love, her eyes restless with love, and her limbs like waves of a flooding ocean of nectar, and her limbs like waves in a flooding ocean of nectar, place her merciful glance upon me. Oh, when will Vrindavan's queen Radha? Oh, when will Vrindavan's queen Radha? When will Vrindavan's queen Radha? Oh, when will Vrindavan's queen Radha? Oh, when Vrindavan's queen Radha? Her eyes restless with love, and her limbs like waves in a flooding ocean of nectar, and her limbs like waves in a flooding ocean of nectar, and her limbs like waves in a flooding ocean of nectar. Place her merciful glance upon me. Place her merciful glance upon me. Oh, place her merciful glance upon me. O Queen of Vrindavan, O Queen of Vrindavan, I take shelter of your lotus feet. O Queen of Vrindavan, I take shelter of your lotus feet. O Queen of Vrindavan, I take shelter of your lotus feet, which are flooded with the nectar, which are flooded with nectar, which are cool and pleasing, and which placed over Lord Krishna's heart, extinguish the blazing of fire of desire that torments him. O Queen of Vrindavan, O Queen of Vrindavan, O Queen of Vrindavan, oh my Queen of Vrindavan, O Queen of Vrindavan, O Queen of Vrindavan, O Queen of Vrindavan. I take shelter of your lotus feet. I take shelter of your lotus feet. I take shelter of your lotus feet. I take shelter of your lotus feet, which are flooded with nectar, which are flooded with nectar, which are flooded with nectar, which are flooded, which are flooded with nectar, which are flooded with nectar, which are flooded, which are flooded with nectar. and which are cool and pleasing, which are cool and pleasing, and which placed over Lord Krishna's heart extinguish the blazing fire of desire that torments him. Oh, I pray. Oh, I pray. Oh, I pray my heart may find happiness. Oh, I pray my heart may find happiness in Radha's pastime forest. In Radha's pastime forest. Oh, I pray my heart may find happiness in Radha's pastime forest, where the vines bear flowers, where the vines bear flowers picked by Radha's own hands, where the vines bear flowers picked by Radha's own hands. Where the vines bear flowers picked by Radha's own hands. Where many charming places bear Radha's footprints, 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 and where the birds passionately sing Radha's glories, and where the birds passionately sing Radha's glories, and where the birds passionately sing Radha's glories, where the birds passionately sing Radha's glories, where the birds passionately sing Radha's glories. Mm. 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 Where the birds passionately sing Radha's glories. I will say, you should go there and bathe in the dark nectar. I shall say, you should go there and bathe in the dark nectar. And Radha will joke, oh friend, wait until night. Oh friend, wait until night. Then the dark nectar will come here. Oh friend, wait until night. The dark nectar will come here. Oh friend, wait until night. And then the dark nectar will come here. Oh, when will I pick this glorious flower? Oh, when will I pick this glorious flower? on the Kadamba tree, on the Kadamba tree of Radha's sweet pastimes. Oh, when will I pick this glorious flower on the Kadamba tree of Radha's pastimes? Will I see will I see graceful Radha? Will I see graceful Radha? First shyly gazing at her own toes. 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 Then from afar, gazing at the full moon face. Then from afar, gazing at the full moon face of the king of Rasics, of the king of Rasics, of the king of Rasics. And then her anklets tickling as she runs to meet him, and her anklets tickling as she runs to meet him, and her anklets tickling as she runs to meet him. O Radha, when, after you have spent the entire night, O Radha, when, after you've spent the entire night enjoying pastimes with the best of charming lovers, when, O Radha, when, after you've spent the entire night enjoying pastimes with the best of charming lovers, and you have bathed and eaten breakfast with Krishna, will you finally fall asleep, the soles of your feet gently stroked by my hand? Will you finally fall asleep, the soles of your feet gently stroked by my hands? Oh, Radha, when, after you have spent the entire night, when you have spent the entire night enjoying pastimes with the best of charming lovers, we're spending the entire night with the best of charming lovers. And after you have bathed, and after you have bathed and eaten breakfast with Krishna, after you have bathed and eaten breakfast with Krishna, will you finally fall asleep? Will you finally fall asleep? Will you finally fall? Will you finally fall asleep? The soles of your feet gently stroked by my hand. May Sri Radha, who is an ocean of intelligence, may Sri Radha, who is an ocean of intelligence, may Sri Radha, who is an ocean of intelligence, may Sri Radha, who is an ocean of intelligence, a nectar ocean of love, a nectar ocean of love, a nectar ocean of love, an ocean of kind affection, an ocean of kind affection, an ocean of great mercy, 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 an ocean of beauty, an ocean of beauty, an ocean of nectar splendor, an ocean of nectar splendor, in an ocean of transcendental pastimes, in an ocean of transcendental pastimes, in an ocean of transcendental pastimes. Appear, appear in my heart, appear in my heart. Appear in my heart. Appear in my heart. May Shri Radha, who is an ocean of intelligence, who is an ocean of intelligence, a nectar ocean of love. Whew. Oh, I don't have any more strength to swim in that ocean, man. Oh, Radha, man. Wow. Well, that's all I can say is wow. My goodness. Oh, wow. No words. Just relish. No words, just relish. No words, just relish. Or words and relish. Krishna and Radha. Krishna and Radha. uh, mm, oh, see what we got going here. Hello, everybody. Excuse me, I'm not rightly composed right now. I just went for a swim, short swim. Got a little wet. You know how that goes. Made a fool out of myself, as usual. What do you expect from a fool, huh? Fool, you got to live up to my reputation as a fool. Lord Chaitanya his guru called him a fool. He said, "You fool, you're not capable of understanding Vedanta. Just chant the holy names, pastimes of the Lord. Just chant the holy names." Yeah. That's the best way to understand the Vedanta. Not by studying the holy name. Lord Chaitanya, when he saw Haridas and he was glorifying Haridas, he says, "You are a great scholar of the Vedas." And Haridas said, "What do you mean great scholar? All I'm doing is chanting the name." He said, "Oh, yes. You're studying you're studying the four Vedas all the time. You're taking your bath in all the holy places. Yeah. So therefore you speak about deity worship. What kind of deity worship? All I'm doing is chanting the holy name. Oh, you're doing great deity worship, man. Greatest, you're the best pujari I've ever seen. Man, are you into your work? 22 hours a day are you working, doing your pujari work, serving the deity? But Lord, all I'm doing is just lip service, man. I'm just doing lip service. You have transcendental lip service, not the lip service of the world. Different. This kind of lip service, this is perfect. This is when you got the devotional potency, then you do this kind of lip service and everything gets done, everything accomplished. Look at this Sangha. This is all due to lip service, man. Have you seen me lift a finger? Nothing. All just lip service. Just come here. You're just going to get a bunch of lip service. That's it, man. Just nothing but kissing going on here. That's all we do is kiss. That's what, did you know Vrindavan's just a bunch of kissing? The flute kissing the flautist. That's all it is. And then a song comes from that, and everything goes on. Vrindavan goes on. Vrindavan grows, right? And that's simple little formula. Krishna. All right, let's go into his other book. I need to sober up a little bit, We need some sobering thoughts, some sobering directions for the world, some sobering directions for Gauri Haridas to stay on the beam, get off the beam. Nectar moon of Lord Chaitanya. Oh, sounds like the same moon to me. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Padma. God, I keep doing the wrong thing here. Okay. Caitanya Chandramrita. Here it is. So, Lalita. Wait, let's see. Lalita, get that Caitanya Chandramrita out there. I need some heavy hitters here.
I have it.
Oh, you do? Oh, what are you, a psychic or something? How'd you know I was going to read that? She's becoming psychic. A new thing coming up here, man. Like lightning. How about reading? Let's do some criticism. I get a hankering sometimes. I just need to criticize. Puts my feet on the ground. Let's do some criticizing. You into that, man? Let's bust some kahunas out there, man. Some testosterone, man. Yeah. How about chapter? What is it? Criticism of those who are not devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Oh yeah, now this is perfect criticism, man. Watch out, you huh? Is it chapter 5? Yeah, okay. Watch out, you non-devotees. You're going to get the sauce now. Go ahead. Give them the sauce there, Lalita. Bust their kahunas, man.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Already Sachi's she's in fear. He's going to criticize. Hopefully he doesn't criticize me. She's in fear now. That's good. You need a little fear. That'll keep you attentive there, Sachi.
Bodhananda Saraswati, it's an ecstatic author. It's not us.
Let's throw some lightning bolts, Amy says. Yes, let's get the lightning bolts out now, man. We're all powered up with Radha's, her sweet love. Let's see her other side. Let's see that left-handed part of her, man. What do you think? It's all about union? You think it's all about lotus flowers here? Are you kidding, man? She's got thunderbolts and she's got Sudarshan chakras. What do you know? All kinds of stuff. Go ahead. Let's see what she's got. Throw the book at him.
Criticism.
This is for you non-devotees. That includes anybody that doesn't have ecstatic devotion awakened in their heart. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They will become very angry that we call them non-devotees, but
Yeah.
I hear it every day. Criticism of those who are not devotees of Lord Chaitanya. My mind thinks that a person who has countless pious credits and has completely taken shelter of Lord Hari, but does not worship Lord Chaitanya, is very, very poor and unfortunate.
Yeah, it's funny. So many people, they're going after something else other than this shelter of Lord Chaitanya, which is the shelter of Radharani, man, is his devotion. They're running after to be pious, this path, that path, or running after Vaidhi, running after something other than this bhakti, this love of Radharani. They don't know what the strength of it, the glory of it. It's all in these verses that we just read. This is the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's feet. If you don't take this shelter, and the only really way you can understand this, you have to meet a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, because only they know its glories to some extent, increasing in more and more. Nobody else knows this. Unless you're a devotee, this is the easy way. You want to be guru? Man, first of all, you get the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's love, that love of Radha. First of all, charity begins at home with you gurus out there. Oh, here we go. Are you ready for this? Ooh, watch out there. His tongue's going to get a little bit sharp. Really, man, charity begins at home. Hey, man, if you've taken shelter of Lord Chaitanya and you've got the grace of Lord Chaitanya, you'll be singing like a songbird about it, man. Yeah, you'll be clubbing away at every other path. Say, hey, man, this grace is here. Why shouldn't I say, this grace is here? This grace is now, at this time, in this place. You see the fists going in this circumstance. These are punches of truth. See? This is the 1-2 punch. 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. See, this grace is here. It's now in this place at this time. Suck it up, man. Or you're going to be sucking it up out there, man, in Maya, man. Biden's going to be putting one extra rule upon you. More rules of rules and rules. You don't even want him. Doesn't matter. He's your parent simply because you don't want to learn about this parent. Man, this parent gives you freedom. Don't you want to be free in God, free in truth, free in the love of Radha? Don't you want to have real love? It'll stop you from having to be trapped by the love of the world and love of the opposite sex. It's a trap, all this stuff. You still can have the opposite sex if you want. You can have something in the world, but you're trapped by God forever, man. That's what I want. I want to be in that love trap of his. He's in the love trap. Why shouldn't I? He's trapped by the love of Radha. He can't go anywhere else. He doesn't want it. If it's good for him, it's good for me. Like father, like son. It's more like son, like son. That's the better. That was Jesus' time, man. No, like son, man. There are two sons here, man. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. Yeah, so you know, people, they should take this mercy. It's here, man. Prabhupada came to me and says, you know, hey, this is for you, Prabhupada disciples. Man, it has uh Prabhupada, your guru that you worship. This, what we're doing here, has his full approval. Not just approval, full. Full approval. And that has a lot of weight, man. Not only that, Krishna says nonchalantly from his Kandamba tree, and might say, oh, yeah, because of your guru, you're getting my darshan. Now that is pretty weighty, isn't it? You think Krishna just comes here for one friggin' person? No, this is for a lot of people, man. Look at already people getting the darshan. Anytime ecstatic love awakens in your heart, that's the darshan of Krishna. Don't be waiting for some external manifestation. You need the internal manifestation. Look at the washerman. He saw Krishna and he hated him. He saw Krishna and he hated him. What good is that? Isn't it better not to see Krishna per se with your eyes, but love him? What's better? You tell me out there. See? What's better? See, to chant. That's why the Lord came here. He said, hey, just chant this mantra and let the love of God awaken in your heart. See, love of God. And more specifically, not some nebulous God. No, he becomes more in focus. Love of Krishna. His name. See, more and more focus comes. It comes in focus. You ever see a camera trying to focus on something, man? This is what you do, Chetty, every day. It comes more and more in focus. This is what it's all about. That's called revelation, realization, the focus. Yeah, and it gets you more focused. You notice, like, that's the real thing. Not these ass implants out there trying to catch your attention. That puts you out of focus. You look at that, and it's like, hey, I'm losing my focus, man. Move aside, you little cheeks. Get these cheeks out of my view.
Blinded by the amount.
Yeah, you know, Maya's very cheeky. She put it literally, man. She starts putting these little ass implants in front of your face, man. Little tight clothes around it, saying, "Look how beautiful these little implants are," and they're only implants, man.
Where is it going in the world?
The Lord is, I tell you, Maya is so funny, actually. She's a fucking joke. Oh, excuse my language. She's a joke, man. She's always just like Krishna. She's joking around in her own way. She's saying, hey, man, look, watch me. She goes, hey, watch me how I catch everybody's attention with these implants in this lady's ass. You know? She decorates them real nice, you know, with these little tights, you know, around them, and you know, and everybody's like, look. And then there's a guy. I told you that guy. He's protecting the cheeks. Don't look too long, man. Those are my cheeks.
He thinks he's a devotee.
He's protecting the. What are you reading about? What are you reading? What are you? This is Radharasa Sudhanidhi. No, this is Nectar Muna Lord Chaitanya. Nectar Muna Lord Chaitanya. Nectar Muna Lord Chaitanya. Go ahead, read
Nectar
on.
Muna Lord Chaitanya Karuna. It's for the third time that he writes it. But Yamuna wrote it already.
Oh, okay, anyway, go ahead. Oh, yeah, okay.
Pathetic.
Pathetic, man. Why are you looking at those cheeks, you pathetic persons, man? You could be looking at Krishna, man, and getting a better eye. Man, yeah, at least you come and you look at Krishna, look at his name, look at his devotees, be in his devotees. We're all looking at Krishna, man. But Krishna's not, He's not going to, you can attain him. This is the thing. People are looking at Maya, and she's so hard to attain even. Krishna now, because in the association of ecstatic devotees, he's so easy to attain, so readily accessible. Yeah, Lord Krishna said, I'm not attained by pious deeds. See in the verse, see how conclusive that is? The verses all fit together. I'm not attained by pious deeds. I'm not attained by renunciation. So why are you running after those things? Everybody running after, oh, look at Narayan Raj. He's so renounced. Yeah, well, where's the love? Oh, he's got it. Yeah, well, what does it look like? Well, we don't know. He doesn't show it. It's too confidential. Well, then what is it? Well, let's see. Let's read in the book and speculate on what it is, because we don't see it. You didn't see it with Prabhupada too, a little bit. But you see it in the books. Why? How do you know a person has Radha's love? Who? Well, you'll see a personality. And a lot of people, they can't. I remember I was preaching. I was here worshiping in ecstasy for years. And I was preaching when I was preaching there, and the Narayan Raj group would come over. It shows you, they think they know so much. They couldn't understand what I was preaching. It was like a veil over them. Unbelievable. And that's when I started to learn. They can't see what's going on here. And they think it's too confidential. Well, too confidential for them, but not you guys. You can see because you're following the process. How or other, the Lord has drawn you here to believe in what they think is crazy, insane, and sahaja, or whatever else they're thinking. This goes for all the sanghas. They're all thinking that. See?
Yeah. It's too confidential for those who are not trusted by Krishna.
Yeah. It's too confidential simply because they're not open to it.
Yeah.
See? They're not open to it. And so that wasn't finished with Narayan Raj. It wasn't finished with Prabhupada. This is finishing it. Here we're explaining it so that people can become conclusive. And you have to find the empowered guru at some point. And that's now. And I haven't seen this anywhere. The Radhakund Babajis are doing the same thing. Oh yeah, this is too confidential. We can't show it. And whether they have it or not, nobody will ever know. Then you don't really know Lord Chaitanya very deeply. That's the bottom line. Or it's not the time to be released, but it is the time. This is the will of God. This is like a time of Jesus for the Vaishnavas. Jesus said, my brothers and my friends. See, if you're a friend of Jesus, right? You're a brother of Jesus. Then what are you? That means you're part of his family, and his family is transcendental. If you're not, then you're not doing the will of God. The will of God, I'm going to just tell everybody frankly, is that you become an eternally liberated devotee of him in the world, so you can be happy. Otherwise, nobody's happy in this world, truly. That's the will of God. That will of God is now that you become a devotee, not a Vaidhi devotee only. Worshiping rules that you're going to be governed by rules. Well, that's just a step up from the government of the world. They're ruled by rules, right? They're making rules and mandates. Oh, we got a new mandate for you, an executive order coming from, what kind of executive order is that? That's your gurus out there. That's, even the gurus are under the executive orders of rules and governed that way. No, the Lord wants people to be truly happy, to be the goddesses of fortune, to be in the transcendental nature of God and be happy forever and increasingly. See, that's the will of God. That's the will of God that we're promoting here and preaching here. And it is here, and it is accessible and attainable for others. This unattainable and inaccessible love is here now, under the authority of the parampara. All the way back to Lord Chaitanya, all the way back to Radha and Krishna. You notice Krishna came to my second disciple, saying that parampara stretches all the way back to Vrindavan, and it's here. It's a very rare potential for devotees. So our thing, preaching, is that people start taking this direction, and not the direction of people promoting pious deeds or Vaidhi rules and regulations. Who's your ruler? You guys, everybody, ask yourself, who is your ruler in this world? Who has authority over you? If you say, oh, nobody has authority over me, then that means your own mind has an authority over you. And your speculations, because you don't know, and therefore things don't work out for you that well. Okay? That means you're still under the authority of Maya, because that doesn't free you yet. Okay? Oh, I'm under the authority of the rules and regulations of the Vedas. Okay, but that's still not full freedom. That's they say freedom, the rules and regulations of freedom. Well, that's still not real freedom yet, because the rules are your rulers, man. It's a step up from the rulers of the world, because they also use rules, right? Yeah. Well, we also are ruled. You cannot be sovereign in this world on your own. We are all dependent. That is our nature. Only when you're deeply in the truth, Satchidananda, Radha and Krishna, deeply in ecstatic worship, do you know that? I know I'll never be independent. I'm good with that, because this is so good being in Radha and Krishna. I can trust that now more and more. See, it is so good. It is so much freedom in that. Freedom from what? This pain in the ass Maya, this illusory potency to believe in bullshit and lies and trickeries, all the way up into religion and in ISKCONs and even Gaudiya. There's still lies and trickeries. Everything. It's all coming out. All that stuff. You see, they're all bickering and fighting in all these groups. Look at the harmony starting to manifest here. We had a little bickering for a while, but look how it's smoothing out. Why? Because you're making mega advancement here. You're starting to become real devotees, like of the stature of Chaitanya Leela type devotees. Very harmonious, very loving, very ecstatic, but very powerful, very profound, very ecstatic, and very tangible spiritual substance here. Where it can become real for people, because that's how reality works. Even the Maya and Yoga Maya. Oh, you want that reality? Well, you need to come in the Parampara, where it's explained and taught. And then that reality of Vrindavan will manifest, or the Garden of Eden, explained. Or you'll hear this worldly reality. So what's being explained now on the mainstream medias and all that? See, talking, a lot of lip service. And what kind of lip service? Oh, dystopian future, ruling by an iron fist. That's what Maya's doing right now, man. That's why the demigods, they got a fire lit under their butts. They're very powerful, these demons. They got the technology, and they got the empowerment from the modes of ignorance and passion is enforced now. And they're forcing it upon the demigods. And the demigods are trying to fight. They think they're going to, do something that they ain't going to win. Nobody wins that way. You have to be like the Pandavas, right? How did they win? They had a small army. They had Krishna. We also have a small army. How are we going to win? Because we got Radha and Krishna. We already won our soul back. Everything else is icing. If we get a few other people that start to listen and see the power of God here for the Vaishnavas, beginning with them or anybody, they start to see there's energy here, there's power, there's shelter, there's all that here. Then they'll come, oh, yeah, okay, we've been waiting for some shelter to be erected like that. We just haven't seen it. We don't know what it is, because the previous persons have not erected it in 550 years. It's been 550 years to have the shelter of devotion to Krishna. Because even the recent acharyas like Prabhupada, they didn't give the full shelter. It wasn't time. Now it is under their authority. You notice? I'm not independent of Prabhupada's authority. Don't think people say I'm doing my own thing. No way. I'm doing their thing. Their thing is the will of God to deliver people now. Get you out of Vaidhi even. to the next stage of being governed by Radha and Krishna. Can't you see it's much better? Can't you see there's more freedom here? Can't you see there's more intelligence here? If we didn't have the blessing of Radha, you think I could give a class like this? This is for like that half hour in relishing her grace.
Unprepared classes, yeah.
Yeah. Where do you get, that's why I say, bring some of these persons out there. Let's see. I'll show you. If you have the power of Radha, you'll defeat here, or you will at least be equal in battle of the debate or whatever we do with the words. We'll have a little word play, word battle. Well, let's do some Scrabble. Let's unscrabble the truth more and more, like we do here. We're unscrabbling everything. Yet another irony. What is this? Happiness floats me from out and within, as when Sri Krishna, awesome. Rest in projection, crazy. Yeah, exactly. Egos and all that stuff. Yeah, we're resting in Radha's grace. I love promoting Radha and Krishna. People think this is false ego. No, this is the real ego. A real ego is a servant of Radha and Krishna. Here, if you're in this line, that's what it is. There's millions of devotees aspiring to be servants of Radha and Krishna, and they've chosen us to do that, to preach how to become that quickly. Yeah, where you're feeling it, man. You feel this. You can relish these words that, and grace of Radha comes. She becomes pleased with your reading. You're taking the shelter of the dust of Radha's feet, which is Prabodhananda's verses. This is the dust, man, and this is from that dust, Radha's grace flows. Even Krishna takes shelter if he's having a hard time connecting with Radharani in that love that he's so hankering for. He goes to the maidservants, who know him, and they're, and on their authority, they get Radha's grace. That's what you do when you go to Prabodhananda Saraswati or Krishna Das Kaviraj, Govinda Lilamrita or Caitanya Charitamrita or any of these devotional books. You get the grace of God because you're going to the real devotees, the real authorities. People don't get the full value of that because you got to be with a devotee Bhagavat that's a recipient of that mercy in that book, which is that love. See? That's why it's so slow for ISKCONs and all of them, all the way up to Gaudiya Samiti, because they haven't found that kind of situation. So you need the devotee Bhagavat because it's all in the book. But if I'm not really realized and not really like the book because I didn't get the grace of what's in that book, what's in that box, then I can't represent it right, and then people don't get it because you don't have the full formula. You see, there's the book Bhagavat, devotee Bhagavat, and by the action, see, preaching nicely under the influence of the yoga maya or the personal potency of the Lord. See, then it doesn't work right. It takes a long time, and then you still have to get this kind of situation that's here and now at this time, 2022. Who knows when such a situation comes? But it's here. See? That's why anybody who becomes convinced of this, even here in our Sangha, people are still working on becoming convinced because in their heart they still have their own opinion. You think I'm not have my opinion? I'm saying this is Krishna's opinion. You check it. Tell me.
True.
If you think I'm off of Krishna's opinion, tell me. Acharya Dave, come here. Tell me if I'm off of Krishna. Hey, Prem Paroshana, you come here and tell me if I'm off. You show me and I'll change. But nobody will come. Nobody will even dare because they know the truth is here and they know they'll be exposed and they don't trust that yet. They think they're going to lose. This is why people misunderstand me all the time. They think I'm trying to make them lose. I'm trying to make everybody a winner here. Everybody out there a winner. Everybody in ISKCON a winner. All those gurus, I want them to win and be a real guru like this. I'm showing what a real guru is. I'm showing you don't need any trappings. They're all to trap neophytes. All those trappings. You see, trappings. They're all traps. I don't need a dhoti. I don't need anything. I just need the truth. I just need Radha and Krishna backing me up, man. If they back me up, well, everything will work. Good fortune will be for whoever comes here. And that's proof. The witnesses, it's just like with Jesus. If God was not really backing him up, no Holy Spirit would come, nothing. Okay? You guys would not have the ecstatic potency like the books are praising if the Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and the Parampara were not backing this. Man, all you see is the tip of the iceberg here, but the backing comes through, man. The words are backed up. See, they're backed by Radha and Krishna. We're not backed up by buildings, not backed up. It's like fiat currency, man. It's backed by nothing. It's all an illusion. It's backed by the word of the government, which is people are finding is bullshit, man. Run by pedophiles and all that stuff. That's what they're finding out. You look at Washington, D.C., it's full of symbols of occult stuff. Basically, it's Lord Shiva's or the devil, whatever you want to call it, Maya, Mahamaya. It's always been like that. Now it's just coming to light. See, as that comes to light, everything comes to light as it is, and whoever has sufficient intelligence will come to this light. This is real light here, man. The light of Radha and Krishna, love of God. That's the only light in this world. Some kind of pure, loving devotion for God. The great mystery here is revealed more and more all the time. God means great mystery. This is the thing. Most people don't know. God is a great mystery. We don't know. Well, what is God's nature? Oh, we don't know. You can go ask these big gurus and everything. What is God's nature? Or they'll speculate, well, God's name, blah, blah, everything but Satchidananda. Because unless you're Satchidananda, you don't know that's his nature, man. Even Christians, they thought Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is Satchidananda. They don't know that, most of them. No. They don't know that Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Oh, well, it's Jesus. Okay, because it's not you now, then you don't know. Jesus knew because it was him. And you got to be like that, not Jesus. You got to be like that, like him. And that was his whole point. That's called Guru Dev. They make you like them. You notice you guys are becoming like Guru with same kind of crazy ecstasy he's got. Right? And better, some of them. Oh, look at this lady. This lady, she's really crazy, man. I can see why they call her all these names. They can't understand where she's at, what she's thinking. Right there, Shamaguri, that Lalita, man. She's one crazy girl, man.
On drugs. She's on drugs.
She's got some kind of drug, man. She doesn't even drink or smoke pot or anything, and she got some kind of drug she's taking. I wonder what that is. After a while, a lot of people went, well, she doesn't smoke or drink. What kind of drug is she on? Doesn't even take the pharmaceuticals by Maya out there, putting all this garbage in these things.
No, it's a healthy thing that we take here.
Yeah, man, the drug of running, love of God, man. Mm-hmm. Let's see, man. We got the comments. Yet another irony that true freedom comes from being dependent. Yeah, because people don't know. See, so there's freedom in rules and regulations, regulative principles of freedom, but this regulative principle, see, the principles become less. See, you don't need a bunch of fluff, a bunch of all these different things, because it just becomes you're regulated by loving relations. That's called spontaneous love of God. Okay, you're regulated just naturally by the love of God. It just causes you to act in this world, causes you to speak in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What?
It's because you depend that strongly on Krishna that you are so free that you don't depend on anything else anymore. That's your source, and you live, and you suck and you suck and you fulfill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fires.
Yeah, this thing about independence is a great conversation, because if people understand this, see, they don't understand their natures to be dependent. They they think, oh, dependent. Say you get some intelligence, you think, oh, dependent. Even up into Brahman realization, it's still some illusion there. You think, oh, dependent, that's bad. Look at people dependent on the government. Look, they're getting screwed all the time. Even especially now, there are people that know that they have enough intelligence, so therefore they conclude, see, falsely, because they don't got the complete truth. They're not in the parampara. See, they conclude falsely, still misdirected, think, oh, therefore, let me extract myself from the government. I don't want to be governed by them. I'm going to govern myself. There's the mistake. See? So therefore, you know what happens? The Lord empowers the modes of passion and ignorance to beat the shit out of you no matter what you do, even though you think, oh, look at me. It's a big false ego thing. This is what happened in Krishna Lila. In Krishna Lila, there's the pastime of the kings, all the kings of the earth. See, they were ruling, and they were all taken down because Krishna, in his material potent form, wanted to do. See, behind Mahamaya is Krishna's will. He said, okay, the demigods need a little humility. So he empowered the mode of ignorance and passion in Kamsa and took down those kings, threw them in jail for a while. They couldn't conquer Kamsa, no matter how good they were and all that, because they thought by the power of goodness, we're going to overcome evil. See, there's a point where you realize that can't do it unless it's the will of God. It's always the will of God. Sometimes the good people, the demigods, are empowered to overcome the passion and ignorance and the demons and the devil types, But sometimes it's the opposite. That's why this struggle for existence. See, each one wants to exist, but they're both an illusion, man. That energy causes material illusion. It loses, you still don't have a sense of who you are. So what is happening now is great. It's a great opportunity for the people who are, for both parties, for the devil, the demons and the demigods, to learn the essential lesson is we're always going to be dependent. The good people are dependent on rules, regulations, and to get their power, and goodness and morality, right? But it's not powerful enough. The demons, when they got empowered, they look at and laugh at you. Look at these guys, and they use it again. They got so they're empowered. They think, and so both parties are in illusion, because then sometimes goodness will come, and then it'll crush the demons, and then they go into the shadows. They're never eradicated. See, they just go in the shadows, and they start build. That's what they've been doing for thousands, because they're kind of weak. They only can work by trickery and deception, and that's their power, is trickery, deception, and all that. That gives you a false sense of, look at us, man, we've deceived it. They're under our influence and all of that. See, so we're here to end it, end the illusion, man. Hey, man, you're both dependent. You demons are dependent on the passion and ignorance in the form of deception and lies and cheating. The demigods are dependent on. See, everybody's still dependent. It's only devotees dependent on Radha and Krishna know this truth to this extent. Everybody's just part of truth. Even the guys coming here, they come in with their. We attract people who are like Brahman liberated almost, but they come here, they think, oh, I don't need a dependent on, like we teach full dependence on Radha and Krishna. They just suck a little energy and then they go away. So, because I'm not going to trust somebody else, even though they get their energy here. See, they come here to get the energy, but I would never promote Gaurahari as guru and all that. I just want to, be basically guru. Just give me the energy, man. It's kind of a thievery, isn't it? Not a very, yeah. It's a little bit. I mean, it's okay. I mean, people can do that, but I'd like you to go. Really, what God really wants for you is go deeper and understand full conclusiveness. Full conclusiveness, be dependent on Rob. That's what we're here to show, how much freedom we have by depending on. We get the same amount of freedom that the Lord has. Now that's free because the Lord is also like this. He feels himself, even though he's independent of everything, he's dependent on the love of his devotees. He's dependent on the love of his devotees in us. That's why until we awaken, we're not even alive. It is the love of his devotees that wakes us up. That's why he sends the bona fide guru to get us going, jumpstart our hearts that are dead. You ever see the thing? People are dead and they put the refibrillator on there and boom, and the body goes like this. We're refibrillators. You see another thing you didn't know, right? We become refibrillators and start the hearts of people. The real heart is the Lord, God.
How else?
Love for him. Yeah.
How else will he descend in the world?
Yeah, we got to refibrillate a lot of people, man. They're all dead. What do you think these zombie movies are? That's about now. What are you going to think that's going to happen later? It's like demigods and demons. They're like these walking people with no real life. This is real life, man. And we're going to prove it more and more. People are going to see this light is going to shine more and more. I ain't putting no bushel over it, no shade. I'm doing what Jesus said. If you got a light, you shine it, man. I'm in that vein. Lord Caitanya was in that vein also. And we're in that vein, man. That vein is golden. Not mixed in with pyrites and all. It's a gold vein. The gold, it's golden avatar. We're going to bring him through. People are going to see what gold is, what this golden avatar is, what a golden age is. Okay? Read on there, Lalita.
Pathetic are the followers of Vedic ritual. Pathetic are the practitioners of Surya.
I'm holding back. Go ahead, Lalita. I don't want to preach what he preaches. It's too real, isn't it? Go ahead, read that again. One more time. I want to hear that.
Pathetic are the followers of Vedic ritual.
Pathetic, you guys. Can you imagine? Prabhupada said, oh, you're glorious, right? And he says you're pathetic. Who do we believe? Well, if you believe Prabodhananda, you can get out of that because right now, this is postgraduate. It's being revealed. So why stay pathetic? That's a teaching for pathetic persons. You were just beginners, you had no idea about Krishna, right? And you're on drugs and LSDs and all that stuff. Dry them out, man. But you're pathetic, man. So we got to give you something. Yeah. But now this is available. So why stay pathetic? Why stay apathetic, to what we're doing?
Next step, man.
Next step, man. It's otherwise this preaching now is in force from 550 years ago, 500 and whatever it is, 500 years ago. This preaching was then, and it's in force again on the order of Prabhupada and blessing of Krishna and Lord Caitanya. Okay? Otherwise, so now the birds and the bees and growing up and maturing means you're pathetic. You want to stay pathetic? It's pathetic. When this is available and you don't take to this, well, you're just on the pathetic path still. You want to die pathetic? You want to die a pathetic guru that's just all you can do is dish out rules. And a lot of times, a lot of these gurus don't follow them and can't follow them. But that's all they got. They can't dish this out. I'm dishing out this. I'm dishing out love of God. Ice cream's available. Why should you eat soup in the soup kitchen? Some brothy soup, with no salt in it. That's what you're getting out there. Pathetic, just on that level. Why not get the ice cream? We're dishing it out, man. It stays cold here. This is a miracle we do. The ice cream never melts. It stays nice and thick, and with nice. We put some nuts in it and some nice things, cherries in there. whatever's in season. We throw in that nice ice cream. We make it on the spot. You ever seen those ice cream? Makes the best ice cream. Lots of cream and butter, everything that Krishna likes here,
It's
man.
Johan's thing. He's the ice cream man.
Ice cream, man. Right.
Johan is the ice cream man, yeah.
Yeah, he's the ice cream man. Yeah. Pathetic. All right. What's the next pathetic thing he's going to say about these people? These so-called, these wannabe Vaishnava. You just want to be. You come here, we'll make you it. We'll make you a Vaishnava, not wannabe, or you think you're it. Oh, look, I'm a Vaishnava. Look how my dhoti. Look out this. I look at my thread. Look how straight my tila. Ooh, and I got it on all the parts. You see. Yeah. See, I'm a real and Gaurahari and those people, and especially Lalita, she's not a Vaishnava, man. Because she has no markings. Like I'm all marked up, man. Yeah, I can take a magic marker and mark you up, and there's no magic in it. You just got a bunch of tattoos on you. That's pathetic in the eyes of the. Why was Prabodhana preaching like this? Because he had the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's why I'm preaching like this, because that mercy makes you like this. You think everything else is pathetic in comparison to the great treasure you got.
Yeah, I felt the difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. So he was very, he met Lord Chaitanya. He was also pathetic. He was pathetically worshiping the deity, in the awe and reverence. He was in the, that kind of Vaidhi type line. And Lord Chaitanya dances on the door, and all of a sudden the spirit jumped in, and then he knew what is real and what is alive and what is lively, what real life is. And he said, oh my God, how pathetic I was. How pathetic all this other stuff is. Why not put it in a poem? Maybe somebody will read it with the same realization. Maybe a devotee Bhagavat will come along and then read it, so that people will feel it and get it and understand it, because they'll see that mercy has arisen again. Man, what do you think revival is? Revival of what? Revival of this special mercy of Lord Chaitanya, man. What else is there to revive in Krishna consciousness? Right, Shamaguri? What else is there to revive in Krishna consciousness but this ecstatic devotional love and praising it up and down and around, up the yin-yang? It's a time to celebrate, man. We're making goddesses of fortune. You want to be a goddess of fortune? Here, come here. You'll feel it, you'll exude it, and you'll preach it, and people will get it, because the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. So let's make a few more, and a few more after that, and a few more after that, till we got millions in Vrindavan consciousness.
Yeah.
Go ahead there, Rita.
Yamuna, your mic is not muted. Yamuna? Oh, we hear your machine, yeah.
It's giving lots of confirmations.
Pathetic are the practitioners of severe austerity.
Oh, yeah, you see, and that's what they were preaching. I was in the Narayan Raj group. See, thank you for your service. As I say, this is not against anybody. But we got to harmonize with the real message of 550 years ago now, so that we can, so when we're harmonized with that, then that becomes the reality. That love of God that was preached so long ago becomes now, because we're harmonized with that preaching. That isn't harmonized yet. When you have emphasis on austerities and renunciation and all of that, then therefore you have to do that and to try to attain the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. See, you see how that's the message. It was the message. Oh, austerities. You can go now. Austerities, all that is the message. And so Prabodhana says he saw the same thing going on. People doing the same as they do in Narayan Raj and all of these groups. Some austerity emphasis. That's you're going to attain Krishna like that. Okay? And Prabodhana say, no, this is pathetic of those who are preaching that. And it's That means, and that's why Narayan Raj said that after many lifetimes you'll attain prema. In other words, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya was not manifest there yet. You can say, you can bluff, you can hold back, you can do everything, because that's what it is. Basically, whether you are or not holding back, I don't know, still there's a hold back. That's the message, is hold back. No love for this generation here. See? No love for you because you believe in hold back. See, there's possibility now here because it's not held back. We go and glorify these essential truths, show them, demonstrate them, or the Lord demonstrates them through us. See, so there's no holdback. You want to have it held back from you, love of God? Well, follow that where it's holdback. You'll have to go through all these stages and everything. And I don't preach that. Why? Because that's not how the mercy of Lord Chaitanya works. He'll come and meet you as you are. That was a mercy. Now when you read this book over and over, you'll see, oh, wow, he came to give the gift of ecstatic love. These devotees are just asking for the gift of ecstatic love. Oh, please manifest in my heart. Oh, please. No, see, they're preaching wrong in that sense. It's not the way to get the Lord Chaitanya's mercy in this life. It's not first deserve, then desire. No, it's first desire, and then you'll get the undeserved mercy. That's Lord Chaitanya. If you don't know that, you don't know the Lord very well. You're not empowered by the Lord to give that mercy to others, and that's why that preaching is like that. That's why I say, in ISKCON and Narayan Raj and all that, you have an opportunity to get what you can't get in that group just by the word of your guru. They say, oh, no, I'm sorry, not many. You got to go through this long process. Well, you come here and we'll explain the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Apply your logic and understanding to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. I'll prove it to you. You'll see in all the books, it's always preached in there. You'll see in the lives of devotees coming here, taking this seriously. Look at the love of God manifesting in them. Shows it works. Proof of work, man. Proof that God's working here. Otherwise, what is this? You're preaching all these other things, and that my hero, Prabodhan, is saying is pathetic. Why? I don't want to follow something he says is pathetic. I want to follow the juice, man. That's called spiritual greed. That's the only reason I'm here. I only worshiping Krishna from the very beginning because of greed. The Lord just jumped in my heart, awakened. I thought, I want that. I didn't want all these rules. That was a lot. For me, it was in the way. I would just wanted Krishna, wanted intimacy. See, this is the kind of devotees we attract here. If you don't want intimacy, well, go out there and follow your pathetic paths if you want. You don't want intimacy with God. You don't want to love God. You don't like the highest love in the whole universe is. Out of all the billions and billions of universes, we've got the highest love that is the potential of all of them, and that's right here in this little sangha. If people knew this, they would pee their pants, literally. Maybe even a little poop in there too, Oh my God, I didn't know this was available. The highest love is here, accessible. This kind of love makes our world go around. You notice? Isn't it? We go around and around and around this love. These are the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya here. He's the one empowering this. We couldn't be doing this. This love of God wouldn't be passed on to others. We're passing Krishna on to people. Radha and Krishna, they're getting Radha, mostly Radha, actually. That's the main thing. You get Radha, automatically Krishna runs too. Everybody thinks they got Krishna, but don't have him because he's not attracted. You get Radha, all of a sudden, he's right there. See, right there in the conclusiveness, right there in the knowledge of this. Isn't that, what are you hearing here? Knowledge of the path, knowledge of Krishna, see, knowledge of what is real. See, that's Krishna. He's the conclusive truth. What is Radha? Is the love, the ecstatic deep love that gives us the ability to ascertain it, to relish it, to manifest that truth in our lives. Manifest that truth is Vrindavan. See? Read on there, Lalita.
I click on the wrong thing, sorry. I'm a bit on drugs. Pathetic are the dull-witted fools whose mouths have blossomed with the words, I am Brahman.
Yeah, you don't have intelligence real intelligence until you get the mercy of the Lord. Yeah, you're more or less dull in this world. That's what it's just dull. Even Brahmin people that want to be equal with God, they look dull to devotees, dull-witted. You see, the poetry of Prabodhana is so perfect. He says, "Oh, Radha, you're the best of all intelligence. And when you become a girlfriend like this and become her friend, you get that intelligence, man.
He takes over, eh?
Yeah, you understand what she understands, and then that expands more and more and more. This is why you want to be intelligent. Get Radha's grace. Well, how do I do that? Be in sadhu sangha with those who have Radha's grace. That's here. And that should be the question. Where is Radha's grace now? Is it available? Is it on this planet? Is it being preached? These are the questions to ask every devotee or aspiring devotee should ask. I say aspiring. Until you're like this and get the grace of the Lord, you're still an aspiring. You're still trying to attain being a devotee. Devotee means you're the actual fact. You actually have that devotion. It's your life and soul. You have the pure devotion in your heart. Awakened. See? So the best way is to be around those who are awakened. See? That's why I pay no mind much to the intelligence of these gurus or sannyasis or Brahmins unless they understand what I'm preaching. See? Because it's not really true. It's just dull. It's very dull, literally, dull. Going to those kind of classes is dull to me. I don't care how silver-tongued a preacher is. If they're preaching dull, dim-witted stuff, it's dim. It's dim. Everything's dim. No bright light. See? The truth is a bright light flashing. Getting your attention, capturing your heart. Yeah, go ahead there.
Okay. Sorry. Why? Why do we lament for these animals in the guise of men, intoxicated by the taste of things other than Krishna?
There you go. And you see how he's pointed that out. He's pointed out that it's all about Ras, even for us in the world. When you love your husband and wife and child, there's a Ras, and so you just love serving them, right? You love cleaning up their poops and their stools and their urines. It's just an act of love, right? You don't mind. I guess. I mean, I've never done that. I never do want it. I never even had a dog. I don't want to clean up their poop now. I'm sorry, man. I'm not attracted to that. I like Radha and Krishna. They don't poop, man.
Poop is the word of today, I think.
They don't. They're not poopy popes or anything. They're not. They don't have no poop to clean up. If they're spotlessly pure, they have a pure spiritual body. I don't need their. If it was here, I would clean it up. But they're not here now. They're unmanifest. They say we're going to make it easier on you. We'll give you our names. You just chant these names. You don't have to clean up anything.
They will clean up the
We'll
poop.
give you the same result, man. Just give us lip service and lots of it, man. Because we like lip service, man. Just glorify this truth, man. Make people happy.
They will clean the temple.
Yeah, just give us lip service, and we'll be good with that, man. You know, lip service with an awakened heart. Yeah. What was that last sentence you read there?
um, why do we lament for these animals in the guise of men,
Yeah.
intoxicated by the taste of
Something
things
else. Yeah.
other
Something
than
other than Krishna. Yeah. See, something other than Krishna. It's an intoxication. It's worldly, though. It keeps you bound to this world. See, confirmed. See, it keeps you bound to this world, and the intoxication of love of Krishna. See, it's intoxicating also. See, it gets you bound to the spiritual world. It's the only binding forth for the spiritual world is the awakened love for God, love for Krishna specifically. See, the love, that means Radha has accepted, you got her grace to love Krishna. Otherwise, without her grace, you can't love Krishna. Now, you know, you need her some degree of her grace to do that. This spontaneous love is her domain. See? So that's why the poem is so good. Prapodana Saraswati. See, so and becoming a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, very easily you get this love for Krishna of Vrindavan. See, now we're bound to the spiritual world. That's why I'm assured. I know where I'm going. Jesus, if you don't know where you're going, you have no assurance, you're not like Jesus. Therefore, you're not a real guru in this world. You got to have that assurance. You got to know where you're from. You got to show where you're from. For if anybody has some intelligence and they're really looking for Krishna, you got to impress them that you know what you're talking about. Problem is, most people, they're not really that desirous. They're desirous. They're intoxicated by being a guru. You know, there's an intoxication in that. That's why I say, unless you have this, you will not be free of that intoxication. You know, there's something about that. You know, if I didn't have this love, could just imagine. I could imagine going around and people say, "Oh, Gurudev, oh, you're so great. Oh, please deliver me." And you're thinking, well, you got to taste Ras, and this is giving before you, right? You're in the position now by hook or crook, because that's the only way you can get that. But you got to cheat a little bit, you got to lie a little bit, twist a few things, you know, have your little meetings, you know, and come up with the same stories. You know what I mean out there, Jai Pataka and all of you guys, you know, I know that you know this. You're still holding on to the story, man, because you like that little Ras, man. Oh, Gurudev, please. Oh, thousands of adoring disciples. Oh, see, there's a taste in that. See? By good fortune, the Lord never gave me that until it was timely, because I was too busy just relishing the love of God, man, love of Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Just drinking, tasting, eating. I just eating that ice cream, and all of a sudden, spontaneously, people came and then encouraged me to preach. And Prabhupada encouraged me, so I just keep preaching. Look, more people coming, okay? And more people getting. That's the disciplic line. And I didn't go after that. I did what Jesus says: seek the kingdom of God, and all else is added. Right? He became a guru because he attained the kingdom of God. He was anointed with this love of God. See, it's always like this. Why? What is any difference? Why aren't they teaching this in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math? That unless you're like Madhavinda Puri, then the Krishna will not appear and deliver people. That's the bottom line, man. Krishna came to Madhavinda Puri, who was laughing and crying, just like you see Lalita and Johan like this and others. Okay? Like that, and said, because of your ecstatic love, I'm going to appear in the world and deliver the world. Okay? And what does that mean? He's going to appear in the hearts of other people and deliver them. What is the good of him appearing in the world outside and then not inside? No, appear in your world, man. You know, your world of Maya. He's going to come where there's beasts, like the story of Jesus. There is no room for him to be born. There's no room for Radha and Krishna to be born in the hearts of people in this world. In even my disciples, there was no real room. The only real room was made by your willingness to accept the gift. And then the Lord says, "Oh, well, look, they're somewhat sincere. They want me. All right, I'll make room. I'll just come in there and arrange the furniture. Have a garage sale. I don't like a lot of this old stuff in there. Let's put some new in there, right, Lolita? A lot of new stuff in there. The new furniture from Vrindavan. See, you're moving in. We got a big moving truck coming from Vrindavan and moving in all that furniture. And it's very light. It's not like the furniture. I went to a furniture store. Look, all this furniture. These guys, man, what a business they got. They're gonna have to lift all that shit, and carry it into their showroom. They need a huge showroom. All that money it costs. It's almost like them building these big temples, man. Big deities, big temples, and all that. We just build big temples in the hearts of people. I like it, man. No hammers and nails and all that stuff. Just with the tongue, we just use the hammers and nails with the tongue, man. It's all magic. We work like God works. By his word, everything was created, right? By the word of God. And by the word of God here, which shows this is the true word of God you're hearing. Right? Why? Because God's world is created here, isn't it? Isn't this God's world, Lolita? River? Isn't this God's world? Yeah, God's world becomes manifested. It's already there. We just manifest it. We do magic, man. You want magic? And see, just magic, and she went off. Just like that, snap of the fingers. See? Want to see her come on? Want to see her come on? We'll wait for a while. Yeah, the magic of Vrindavan, man. It manifests here. Yeah, you want that magic in your heart? See? Otherwise, the magic of the world, it's all magic. That I never do this. This is amazing. The Lord's showing me how his Maya works. It's all magic, man. It's all spells. Everything, it's all as it is, literally. Oh, yeah, we're going to teach you how to spell. They start from children, how to cast spells. All those words, they arrange them just in a certain way to cast spells on you. And then they train you. And then the mainstream media is casting spells over you. Oh, we're revealing the Maya. That's how she's casting a spell over you. That's why you have a mask on. That's why you're getting your little injections. You've been casted a spell over you. That's really the essence. See? So that's all spell casting. That gets you to become like under Maya's influence. See? Why would anybody I and many others are not under that influence. I would never inject something like that willingly. You'd have to tie me down, I would never just go willingly to that. It's like going to the gallows like that. I would never willingly do this. I had just cheat, and all that. I haven't through this whole thing. And these people do it like a religious ceremony. They 2 masks now. I'm walking down through the 2 double masked. That means that's twice the amount of breath. You have to have a big spell cast upon you. You have to hear these words arranged certain way over and over and over again to do such stupid things. Crazy things. That's why you see people have the Maya spell cast on them. That's why they call it like a mass hypnosis. See, it's just one big, the spell. People have been listening to TV for years. That's the result of it, is watching TV and watching these things, believing in these things, and you believe in these words. See, in the beginning was the word. It was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. That's why you see human beings are ruled mainly nowadays by demons, the masses. They say something, they do it, right? That's your master, right? Whatever they say, you do. See, so that's your God. See, your God is Lucifer or whatever deity you want to call Maya. She has many names: Lucifer, Shiva, Durga. With the tongue, red tongue, from all the blood she drinks. See, look, there are a lot of blood drinkers out there managing the world. See, so that's your God. Who's our God? See, beginning, that's why the spiritual master is the beginning of your spiritual life, the real one. See, the real spiritual master, they give a word that is God's word that wakes up God in your heart. See, now that's the real word of God, and that's Maya's word of God. See, that's your God is Maya. It could be a demigod. See, their word is better, but still not as good as this word. This word awakens Krishna, love of God in your heart. You show me a better word than that. That's where freedom is. You find out the truth. Oh, I'm a dependent on the love of God, because if I'm not, I'm going to be dependent on his Maya or some version of the illusion of Maya, some level of it. Either see Adam and Eve, the story is basically that apple. It makes you think you're like a god. They ate the apple. See, Eve was convinced by the snake. The snake is the snake, the dark, twisted truth of the shadow. She believed. God said, don't eat from that tree of good and evil, knowledge of good and evil. See, don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. In other words, this is the knowledge I have. I'm going to be a good and moral person. Okay? Or the knowledge I have is like Cain. I am just going to be an evil person, literally, or I'm just into that. See? So Eve, the story, it's just an analogy of what happens to the soul. She ate from the tree of good and evil. Now she polarized. You see, polarized. She had some children. That was Cain and Abel. So she had a good child and a bad child. And that has been going on ever since, until now, or till Jesus actually he began that, and also Lord Caitanya. And we're in we're in both lines. You give me the Bible and I'll explain it all. Anything from there, because we're in a sense, both lines. I was awakened by Jesus. I saw what the gift he came to give. And I was awakened by Prabhupada's books, and I saw the gift, that he came to give. So that's what's available in this line: how to transcend good and evil, how to live in bliss. I'm not living in being a good person or a bad person. I'm living in bliss, the bliss of loving God. That's where we're meant to go. Every single person in the universe. That's the ultimate potential. There ain't anything more than that. Everybody's more or less lost in this universe. They're not caught up in the love of God. See, they're not intoxicated by love of Krishna. They're intoxicated by mystic powers. Oh, I want to manifest in the law, the secret, the law of attraction. See, for the New Agers. Oh, I want to be like a god here. See, it's always be like a god here. Yeah. See, oh, I can do this like God does, manifest. See, it's always that you're intoxicated by even that, which dulls your mind. It makes you without real knowledge, deep knowledge, full knowledge. See, people, you come here, anybody, gurus, Buddhists, Christians, you'll get full knowledge here. And it's all in the book, same with it. If you just know God is God and Jesus is the right hand of God somewhere, and that's all you know, and God is omnipresent everywhere, and you really don't even know that until you see it. I mean, there's a difference between knowing it intellectually and actually experiencing that. I had the actual experience of that, God being everywhere, and me just being a little point of that. A point of that awareness, aware of that, but this is the full real revelation. Very first verse of Bhagavatam starts like that. Oh Lord, all pervading one and son of Maharaj Nanda. See, the complete truth is in the first verse. And by the grace of the Lord is giving me that understanding. Oh, wow. And it just grows more and more and more forever. And this will be attracted to those who really want, hungry for the Lord, hungry for to get it. Or you're suffering, you see the suffering in this friggin' world and you're sick of it, like Amy, sick of this, sick of being an alien here. Everywhere, Serba flags, blue and yellow, Maya glorifying Gornitai. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, go ahead. Read on.
But alas, alas, they have not tasted even a drop. Even a drop of the nectar of Lord Gora.
You know, if you taste even a drop of Lord Gora, you start to see things as they are. You see what it's about. You become a really humble devotee. People say, Gora, you're not humble. Oh, you really? I ain't anything special, you know. I know that. But the Lord is very special, and that grace is here, you know. And I didn't find that grace in all these other sanghas that I got to spy on. I was actually, the Lord made me like a little spy. He said, I want to show you something. I want to show you where I'm not.
Yeah.
So that you can understand where I am, which was inside you from the very beginning. You know. Yeah, he's not in this austerity thing and all that, or trying to attain Krishna. He, you know, thank God, you know, this was always here, so it awakened very easily, so we can preach the real path. It's the real path, which is the devotee. The devotee, they speak the real truth. The real truth here now is Lord Chaitanya's mercy. He revealed it then, and he's revealing it again now. I can't reveal this on my own. It is because of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And that is Radha and Krishna combined form. Okay? That's why it works here. You come and you listen to this message, you're getting their grace because you're hearing what nobody can preach you. Narayan Maharaj didn't preach this. He didn't preach this grace. It was something else. It was what he's talking about. You know, intoxication with some intoxicate. There's intoxication in that, being very austere and everything. And there's some superiority feeling in that. You know, oh, well, you know, not as austere as me. That's what, you know, and there's pride in that and all that. That's not it. This is it. This is it. This, you, if anybody spends their, you just listen to this. Wow, you see, oh, wow, the grace of the Lord will manifest because it's not manifesting in conclusions that don't glorify the real conclusion. This is the real conclusion, man. If you listen to this, you have assurance. You have real hope that you can get this in this life. You have real probability you're going to get this in this life. There's no hope. They even tell you, oh, Narayan Maharaj said, oh, there's no hope. You're not going to get prema. You're lucky if you make it to anartha nivritti. All your bad habits and all that will be gone. You'll be lucky, and that probably won't happen. Then you'll have to start the next life and try and get your heart clean by your hard work. See? No mention about the Lord going in there and getting the sweeper going. See? No, you're the sweeper. See? It's all imitating God, still even at the level of religion. That's what nailed it for me. I said, look at that. He's still trying to do his own work. And he's preaching, do your own work. So that's not it yet. See? This is it, man. Come listen to the message as it is. Listen to the mercy as it is. Listen to the how to get this mercy as it is being presented. That's it. And then, okay, now you're in the right conclusion. By their word, the real guru destroys your ignorance. All that is ignorance out there still. Ignorance, you're going to follow that way after many lifetimes. You're going to get Lord Chaitanya's mercy. That, compared to this, there's benefit in that. But compared to this, that's pathetic. All of it. And all the sanghas, it's all pathetic compared to the mercy of Krishna, the mercy of Radha, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is here now and accessible. The door is open. Open door policy here.
Yeah. We can
Yeah.
compare. Your witnesses can compare. Like Johan and I, there was some taste in Vaidi. There was something.
Yeah.
It's pathetic if you compare it with what we have here.
It's pathetic, you see. You can understand the mind of Prabodhana Saraswati until you have these experiences. That means you're in the right place. This goes for everybody. Millions can be delivered in ISKCON that are not going to be delivered because they're not coming through this door. They're going through other conceptions being preached that are not in alignment to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's it, man, in a nutshell. See, we're in alignment to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's why it flows here. We are under the authority of the parampara to give that mercy to whoever will listen. You know, whoever will listen to this message, you can get this mercy. You can get prema bhakti, pure love of God. It's inherent. It just needs to be awakened in the proper conditions, under the proper soil. And that's here. We're already proven it. Why not come and see the proof? You look at the devotees like Johan and Lalita, visible proofs. They come and preach and show, and River, come and look that God is awake and living in them. And then you look at the scriptures and you see it's glorifying that love of Krishna. And it has those symptoms. Chapter 23 of Madhya Lila. All about love of God and its symptoms you see in them. Growing all the time. Not stagnating, growing. Why? Because they like it, man. They want to stay with it. See, it's a heart thing. See, now it's fun to do sadhana bhakti. See, it's a kind of a sadhana. We do it. This is a sadhana. It's like a joyful sadhana. Can you imagine? This is where, they're chanting and we're chanting, right? But who's having a better time? That should be the standard. Who's having a better time doing their sadhana? Who has more smiles on their face? Now that makes it an easy way to tell. Prabhupada taught, face is index of the mind. Who's smiling more? Who's more ecstatic? Who's crying, laughing, and feeling the joyful emotions of the gods? Beyond the gods of the material, beyond the celestial gods even. The gods. See, the gods, you want to be, people, that's why they want to be like God. So they imitate God here in various ways. Oh, the Lord wants to make you like a God. Get into surrendering the love of God, and all of a sudden you're like a God. But in the right way. Knowing your position. And being happy about it. Like, yeah, man, I like conclusiveness. I like to know who I am. Tell me how you can know yourself any better than this. You know that you're a spirit of God. You're dependent on Radha and Krishna. That's your life force, man. Their intelligence is your intelligence. I'm good with that, man. That keeps me out of trouble. And even if I get in a little trouble here, that cleans me up. Isn't it amazing? You don't have to be perfect to get this gift. Oh, did I say something? Get this gift? Why are you preaching that it's not a gift? Why are you preaching you got to attain it by being Mr. or Mrs. Perfect? Big sannyasi. Why are you preaching that? Mr. Radhanas or whoever else is out there in that mood. Why are you preaching like this? Well, you can't help yourself. So come and listen here and you'll preach like this. Is this Gohari's preaching? Yeah, yes and no. I'm just being like a mouthpiece. The Lord shows me that. I show the world. This is the conclusion that he's given in my heart. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. Come get it. Yeah. That's the only thing people should be. Where is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? Start thinking mercy. Where is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? If it was given here 550 years ago, people were getting love of God. Is that available here? If not, go to Jesus. Why spend your time, and die without at least some Holy Spirit? And hopefully you'll find a Christian who really has it, and you'll probably be misled here and there and all that stuff, because, better to come here, and then we'll teach you about everything. You want to learn Bhagavad Gita, you learn it here, the devotional conclusion. You want to learn about the Bible, we'll explain everything that Jesus wanted to tell you, even, or that you don't even understand about what he already has told you. And what has been chopped up by the editors will explain that. All these things you can know here. Amy says, here they finally let the kids go to school mask free, except for the really young ones under 5 years old. So the little ones with the smaller, more delicate lungs are still not allowed. Unbelievable.
Awful.
Talk about illusion, man. I mean, it's almost ridiculous. I mean, how crazy people can get by worshiping demons, believing in the words of demons. They don't know this principle taught in the book of John in the first chapter. The word is your God. What word are you listening to, man? The demons know this. That's why they know. They take over the media, because people listen to the media. They listen to those words. And therefore that becomes their reality. They start acting. They start sacrificing their children to evil of the world. That's basically what they're doing. It's evil to do that stuff. It is torturous and abusive. But that's what they do. That's what people do.
It's crazy.
It's
In
not
Belgium, it
crazy.
was the opposite.
Yeah.
It was the opposite. The little ones didn't have to wear a mask, and the taller kids above
Yeah.
12 years.
They make it even more and more crazy all the time, because of crazy people are in charge. Can you imagine? You look at our president and the vice president. There has never been a more laughable regime to anybody has any intelligence, any little bit. But most people are brainwashed. They believe in this. The guy is destroying, and that's his job. And people, this is this time. It's like a group karma thing, this group. The Lord, it's funny. It's all been predicted, because the Lord knows past, present, and future. So it's coming to this point, but there's so many things going on here, which makes it, you got to see the truth about everything, and if you make it, I mean, a lot of people will just pass on, because, there's a lot of, it's like the killing fields here now, there'll be many, many millions gone here shortly, actually, not very long. It's already in force. But it's all God, it's all God. So, if you freaked out about that, well, stay here longer. You'll see it's all part of God's plan. It's actually a very wonderful time to preach this and to show the door is open, and people, this will motivate them to come. Where else are you going to go? You can't run out of anywhere. You can't go anywhere. The whole world is behind this thing. They're kings. They're all been turned into this. So this is where you can go. Isn't it nice? Come through this door. This is the escape hatch. Then whatever happens to the body, who cares? You're free. It's like Narada Muni. He got this gift. He went and listened to the sages, and he became the modes of nature. And he became very attracted to the holy name, like you guys. Then the body was quit. Boom, like lightning, a vina was put in his hand.
The land of milk and honey. That's where we are.
Yeah. See, so that we have even more than that, more than Narada Muni got. Because of Lord Chaitanya. We're getting an ecstasy that if you read the Bhagavatam, you could see he didn't quite have this. The Lord appeared in his heart maybe one time. He even said, and the Lord said, because of you're not pure enough, I cannot, I will not appear until the end of this life, and you got to just keep doing your Hare Krishna and all that. He didn't have this kind of grace. Here, he's not saying that to us. The Lord's appearing in our heart every friggin' day. Whenever you want, you call him, he's coming running. You're getting like a boon better than Narada Muni got? Come on, man. What the hell are you guys waiting for out there? Yeah. Come get the grace. How stupid following the demons is. People can't. Yeah. Yeah, they can't see because this is all confidential. Even what's going on in the world is confidential. What's really going on is confidential. The full extent is not known until hatred is out of your heart. This love of God that's here is so powerful. It dissolves all the hatred in your heart, and you hate nobody. Therefore, you can see impartially like the Lord sees. He hates nobody. How can he live with demons if he hated them? He's living like right there, in the heart of the demon. So you become like that, an external manifestation of this internal super soul in the world. You also become neutral, and you can help. A neutral party can help better. See? Otherwise, there's always some motive, there's some violence you want to do on somebody. Contact here is the best thing anybody can fall into. Amy, I like how River always says people who have inconclusive views prove it. Yeah. Here the proof is so undeniably evident that listening to other wishy-washy beliefs just sounds ridiculous. Exactly. See, isn't that amazing? I love how, the Lord wants to show that it's not about how many rules you followed. It's about what you believing in the message, a good message, a better than good message. This is a transcendental message. This is a truly all-inclusive message. This is what, what?
That's the proof, the transcendental opponent in it, the ecstasy, the confirmations that we have constantly.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I knocked my camera off. Let's see if it can come on this way.
Okay.
I tried to knock an ant. This was my reaction to knocking the ant off my computer. I just tried to slide and try to kill him. Maybe I whacked him by mistake. Let's see. Oh, the Lord is merciful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, read on there.
Yeah. Water with nectar, a stone will never sprout a single blade of grass. Carefully stretched out, a dog's tail will never become straight. A man may reach out his arms as much as he likes, but he will never grasp the moon. A man may follow all the rituals of ordinary religion, but without the mercy, without the mercy of Lord Gora, he will never attain the festival of ecstatic love of Krishna.
So this is how the Lord works. This verse is the essence. See, this is why Johann, after 25 years, didn't get what he's got here. Here you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. This is proof of work, of God's working. This is proof that how you get the mercy. If you just read the verse like this and you don't know this, you don't experience this, this isn't your reality. This isn't the reality of those who also are in this consciousness. See, then you preach these other paths. Okay? So let me read. Well, do you know what verse this is? I'll read it here since she's gone here. I'll find it here. Yeah. A man may reach out his arms as much as he likes. And so that's what people do. See, they're reaching out for God in different ways. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "You, if you try to climb into God in some other way except going through the door to that mercy is his devotees, his intimate, real devotees in this world who come here to give the transcendental news, the good news." See, otherwise you're reaching out in some other way. You're stretching out by austerities and renunciation and by chanting one lakh, I'm going to attain the mercy of God. Well, the result ultimately will bring you to this, to the devotee, and you get the mercy. You see, this works. If I was preaching bullshit and lies and all this, you wouldn't see a Lalita Ganga who didn't have this before she met here. You wouldn't see a Johan who didn't have this after 25 years of reaching out in some other way. You see, reaching out by austerities and by his doing ekadasis religiously every 11 days and 25 rounds on those 11. He wouldn't. Yeah, the fruit of that was bringing him here. However you get here, whether it's being a food service worker or whatever, you come here. Now you're reaching in the way that is authorized. Here, the mercy is what we work on. The mercy is what we distribute of Lord Chaitanya. This word is to invoke the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He's very pleased that somebody's preaching what he did and what he's about because he's with us and it works. Proof of he's working, that this is not just something off that verse. This is with that verse. See? This proves how to get the mercy of the verse is the devotee who has that mercy. Okay? That's getting the direct mercy of the Lord is through the devotee. Okay? Otherwise, you're reaching out in these different paths, renunciation, austerities like Narayan Maharaj was teaching. Look at this lady is a good example. Very nice person. I have actually friendly right now. They see, I'm like Prabhupada. I don't spare anybody in this preaching. Even Sachi Devi, she knows, I don't even spare her in my preaching. See, nobody gets spared. Everybody, myself included, I don't even get spared. And nobody gets spared in it. We're all, here to burn up illusions, And so I don't spare anybody. Here, that lady, she was very austere. She dedicated, surrendered to her guru, Narayan Raj. And you know what the result was? Austerity. And I went to her Mangal Artik program, very boring as heck, just very regulated. I mean, a nice person. I had nothing wrong with her. I had just impartial in that. I'm just looking, where's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? See, you got to be impartial. I don't hate her. I don't like her. I mean, I like her, it means I like that she's a devotee. I like that all of them are giving their lives to God, a lot of them very sincere, all that, but they ain't good enough. You want to stay like a Johan? He was one of our austere type persons, very sincerely wanting God. He was reaching out in those ways and couldn't grab anything. And he comes here, now he can grab the Lord. He's got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. See? Why? Because this is how you get it. This is where you're going to get that mercy in that verse. Otherwise you don't get it. They're all reaching. Okay, so that lady, after 30 years with Narayan Raj, or however long she was with him, and you want austerity? She and others, you wouldn't believe the austerities they can do. She could sleep in a room hot as hell in Vrindavan in the middle of the summer. Now, this is austerity, man. This is some kind of boon. With mosquitoes biting her without a net, without those little mosquito things, without a fan. See? But this love of God she didn't get. She could do that. and others like that too in that Sangha. They can do all these things, but they can't do this. They can't relish this kind of mercy that puts a real big smile on your face and gives you real freedom, real impartiality. I can preach to anybody. I can preach about anybody without fear. Because I know I'm just here, even though everybody will misunderstand. There's so many people think I'm against Narayan Raj and Jaipataka and Radhanas, and I'm trying to attack them. I'm just attacking illusion.
Yeah, that's it.
Impartially, that's it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
If I don't do this, it's actually a we thing. If we don't do this, everybody dies without this result of love of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
You don't neglect them. You don't neglect them, actually.
No, I'm not. I could, yeah. The Lord is neglecting them. The Lord from inside has neglected them. That's why the guru, the real guru, is sent right there, chapter 1, Adi Lila. The real spiritual master is sent because the Lord is neglecting them from within. It's just he can't get through. They're covered by various subtle obstacles. You got to find somebody who's attained the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. If you do, which is here, then you found someone who is overcome by that mercy the obstacles to Vrindavan, which is what? Putana. See, Putana is the false devotee that they still are serving. See, the false representative of Vrindavan. It doesn't matter. She looked so sincere and everything, but her heart still was not pure. It'll never be pure until you get the love of Radha and Krishna, man. Love of Christ is the only thing. Christ, Krishna, whatever you want to call it. That love is so pure, it gives you a pure heart. And otherwise, you'll always be kept from the real Vrindavan. You'll manufacture some kind of intellectual Vrindavan, which I've seen in the Narayan Raj thing. And then you preach austerities, which is not the way to it. It's a way to this. If anybody from doing their austerities, they got some intelligence by reading these transcendental books, and it brings them here, okay, you got the result of study of the Vedas and doing your austerities. Otherwise, no result is attained. You didn't get the desired result, which is what we manifest here. See, manifest. Manifesto of freedom. You ever see the manifesto with they call the Omna Carta or something there and thing? This is like that, but thousands of times more. This is the what do they call that? Omna Carta of the soul, the Constitution. See, we have a Constitution in America, and you know what? It's false. It's all a friggin' lie. They're finding out that Omna Carta is a lie. They've been lying to you. That's what Maya does. She always gives you false hopes. Oh, I'm a free person. You and nothing of the sorts, my friend. You're all owned by your countries, man. Your body is owned. You're a friggin' slave. Your body is a slave. You have, like in America, you have a social security number. See? Social security. You're the security of society. See, your name, the name of Americans is in the stock exchange. You are a commodity on the stock. All of this is coming to light now. I didn't know this existed until the last 2 years. All of this. Go listen to George Carlin. He'll tell you all about it, man, in a very funny way. The guy makes me laugh, man. He'll get, especially the germs one. This fear of germs things. This was 10 years ago. He probably did that, and it is so right on the money now. They use the people's fear of germs that they implanted in everybody, and now they come and they use that to see carrot. See, that's Maya. Illusion does all this. No freedom here. If it's all a lie, everything is a lie. This way, that way. Because You got to become self-realized. Come here, you'll get realized. You'll understand the truth in a clear way. You'll be very happy about it. You'll be in the love of Radha and Krishna, and you will love being dependent on them. And they're dependent on you to preach their message because nobody else can do it but a few of those persons here. Who's preaching this message? Who's preaching this mercy? Who's manifesting this mercy? Come on, get with the program, world. Yeah, wake up, huh? Time to wake up, man. Sleeping too long, 50 years since Prabhupada. We're waking people up, man. That's what it's all about. Wake up. Time to wake up, man. See, this is what Lord Caitanya did in Jesus. He spoke the message, the real one. And the real devotees came, just like now. The real devotees, those who are in their hearts, they'll know. They'll come here like bees. It's like I came to Prabhupada's book like a bee. I knew. I dropped everything. I dropped everything with Jesus. I dropped everything with Prabhupada. And people, will you think it's going to be any different? I'm preaching their message now. People drop things even with him. See? So if you're a real guru, people will drop their old lives because they really want what's real life. And that real life is here and it's being manifested and being shared and given as a gift. There are people who want this. I know. That's what I'm here for, to collect our friends. Have you heard a message like this of good tidings?
No, it's a happy message.
The tide of love of God. Big tide, man. It sucks you right in like a tsunami. You ever seen those tsunamis? Tsunami comes in. It looks like a little water, and it comes up to your ankles. And then it goes in. That's what we do. It just goes right in, goes over your ankles. Oh, it's just a little shallow thing. And then all of a sudden, sucks you right into Vrindavan, man. That's the way my Krishna works. Sucks you right in. You can't get out. You just drag you by the ankles all the way into Vrindavan. Oh, I don't know, man. Is this going to be okay? Don't worry, man. Just let the tide suck you in, man. Tsunami of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. That's what it is. Here in Germany, we say, one day everything comes to light, no matter how long it takes. Yeah. So everything comes to light. Isn't this coming to light? Everything. The demon's nature is coming to light. The demigod's nature is coming to light. Liberation guys are coming to light. And love of God is coming to light. What is better, everybody? You get a choice now. Everything's on the shelf. What looks better to you? What is more interesting? Where is more knowledge? Where is more love? Where is more intelligence? Where is more logic? Where is more freedom? Where are the better smiles? Where's the happier hearts? See, everybody can choose now. Just like the gopis snuck out of their beds away from their families to dance to the sound of Krishna's flute. Yeah. Go ahead, read another thing.
I again click on the wrong thing. The advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like an expanding an ocean of nectar.
What more to be said? Question, do you see that here? Do you see that Lord Chaitanya's mercy is an ever-expanding ocean of grace and good things and wonderful things? Every day, almost, not every day, but most days, a better class, deeper, more ever-expanding ocean. You read these verses again and again, and it just expands. The mercy, more mercy. Where can you get this? The Lord wants to make you a king and a queen in this world and all from thereafter. Give you the pleasure of the kingdom that he has and Radha has and all their dear associates have. What more can you get? God's love, God's happiness. God's happiness is given here. That's no wonder we're sticking around for so many years. What better can you have than God happiness? Oh my God. You're giving me your happiness, your love. Your love. See, your love. This is my love. My love. This is my love, Radha, my big secret I'm giving here in this Sangha. I'm giving you my love that I keep secrets. You go some other way, some other pathetic path. You don't get it until you come where I'm giving my love. The questions people should ask is God, is Krishna giving his love, his beloved here, Radharani, and her loving presence, is that here or not? See, essential questions you can ask. Is it given where you are? Because if it's not, why would you take such a pathetic path when you can have this? You see why he got, hey, that's all pathetic. Because he had the love of Radha and Krishna by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And he knew, he said, hey man, I couldn't get this by worshiping the deities directly. I got it from this living sannyasi walking up to my door and going bang, bang, knock, knock, knock. Anybody home? Just like here, knock, knock, knock. Acharya Dave, are you home? Knock, knock, knock. Radhanath, are you home? Is anybody home in there? Knock, knock, knock. Narayan devotees, is anybody home? Anybody here? Do you hear the knock? Behold, I stand at the door and knock. You think that's any different for anybody that's a real spiritual master empowered by that same God that Jesus, Lord Chaitanya, and Nityananda and Advaita and all their followers and Prabhupada and Bhakti? You think that God is any different here? If you do, well, you're in the right place with the wrong mindset. That's right. I'm knocking on wood, man. Thank God I'm here. Knock on wood. Don't ever let me leave, man. If you
They
see
are
me
not
going
home.
wayward, bring me back.
They are not home and the light is out.
I remember when I went to Narayan Maharaj, even my disciples wanted to bring me back, but they couldn't. They didn't have the strength to do it. I'm making disciples. Even if I went a little wary, if I got attracted to something else, you guys can bring me back, man. You'll pull me back by the rope of your mercy. My Lord is strong in you guys, man, and getting stronger every day. I love that, man. I got good protection here, man. I got bodyguards. What about you? You got any bodyguards out there? I got Amy Rose protect me. I got Lalita Ganga and River. I got Freddie. I got Shama Gori. If I get a little wayward, I got my bodyguards here. They guard my, who do you think, material body? They guard my spiritual body. That's the real thing, is spirit. Material body is only a place for it to dwell and to preach the truth of the spirit, the truths of the spirit, right? What good is this body unless it can glorify the eternal truth, the complete truth, the full truth? What good is the material body unless it can glorify like they do in the spiritual world? What good is this blah, blah, blah unless it causes wah, 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 wah? A lot of crying, school stuff, laughing. Okay, I think we'll stop here for a little bit. chew on that for a little bit. Everything we said, think about it a little bit. We just said a few things here, Just apply your. If anybody's watching this in Vaidiland, in ISKCON or Gaudiya Smriti, apply your logic and your understanding to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, like Krishna Das Kaviraj says. Apply all that you know to this mercy, and you'll see it is strikingly wonderful. So thank you. We had a nice little show today. Very nice puppet show.
Oh, thank you. We are waiting for it.
Oh, by the way, give us some closing words, somebody. We'll start with Lalita today. That way she can't think about what she's going to say.
You know what it comes to my head? The only pain I have is that I still don't understand all the English that you say. That's actually my only trouble. because of the ocean. I know there is so much more, and I know I miss things.
Well, I don't think you're missing anything, really.
Well, oh, yeah, I do understand.
Well, that's good. Greed. That's called a greedy thing. You want more. It's always like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, River, what do you got? You got anything, parting words you want to say? You're chatting away there.
Yeah, I have Karuna here and my PA here and stuff. Absolutely brilliant class, Maharaj. Absolutely brilliant. The message is so clear. It's just getting clearer and clearer and clearer. People just cannot miss out on this. It's kind of impossible, really. It really kind of is, Maharaj. Just quickly, because I know I do talk. Krishna talks a
go
lot.
ahead. Talk as much. No, go for it. That's
all
okay.
the time. I was talking for hours yesterday to three women, Lalita, Parminder, and a lady called Ruby. Just, and having, because it's so nice, because just talking about Krishna and God and the path all the time. I hadn't left my house, sitting in the kitchen on my chair, or in my bedroom, or in the car, actually the bedroom, the kitchen, and the car. So that I was so many realizations to my life about my misconceptions about what's happening, seeing what Krishna's telling me through his eyes, and putting shelter on my previous experiences, sheltering me, still. And he was before, but I didn't know. And I only know all of this stuff because of the empowerment of the Lord, devotional service, a message coming through you, being the bona fide, and I will say ecstatic spiritual master of this time. And it's working, and it's everything that they sing in ISKCON, it's working. And what I'm saying, what you're saying, I'm just confirming what you were saying throughout the class. And it's wonderful being able to do my real job as a witness for you because of my experience and the Sangha. I'm not shutting up. I'm sorry. Karuna wants me to shut up, but it's just not happening, Maharaj, right now. It's not happening, even with Karuna.
This has my full approval. Has my full approval.
And things are changing, and he's making me see the deeper message of what's happening with me and Karuna and what's happening around, and not just get bogged up with my own conditioning. And he releases that. Coming here, he releases that for me as well. And it's just absolutely brilliant. And to be your witness for this, the greatest path in the world. People are very, they think they know things, and they talk like they know things. And, some people have the energy to do that, but they're missing you. They're missing that so they can carry on, And it's okay. It's okay. But at least Krishna tells me, and I know how much time to spend, so much. Sorry. And thank you very much. Yeah.
More the words.
Perfect. He has to get in there, doesn't he?
It's a song.
But he's singing, actually. He's quite good in his realizations, but he likes to do the other stuff. And it's okay. Krishna shows me the deeper stuff with Karuna, and he also shows me all the bullshit. But he shows me that about myself, my bullshit. And it's all because Radha Rani loves real chocolate, real sweetness. It's the milk tray advert. Do you remember, Maharaj? I don't know if you remember. But anyway,
all because Radha loves Cabbage milk tray.
She loves the lotus feet of Maharaj and everybody that has Krishna. And thank you. The songs are just coming. I see that my program is a little bit still repressing myself, but not that much. I have it. I see it. I'm showing it, sorry, by coming here and hearing the mellows of devotion from you and Lalita. And it's going really... it's going really beautifully. And when it doesn't, to be patient and be in this environment, when we think it doesn't, and be in this environment, it pushes you through. The potency of the Lord just pushes you through that, and you can again trust Krishna more, go deeper in one's faith, and hear and beautiful Maharaj. Absolutely.
Yeah, it goes deeper forever, and it just it's a fast path, man. It's the path. It's the one that's really being offered for Kali Yuga. If you're not on this path, you're going to be thwarted in this way and that way. It's got to be some love of God in it, love of Christ. I mean, Christians, they may go their lives and if you worship the Lord in ecstasy, that means you got the Holy Spirit, and now you can enter the kingdom of God with other devotees that have that spirit of devotion. It's pure love for Christ, pure love for Krishna. A lot of people just don't know what it is, and until you know and experience what it is, you're still stuck in this world. At least if we come back, we'll be around real devotees because our vibration is raised to that platform. Our consciousness, we're conscious of the spiritual plane, conscious of an awakened spiritual body, conscious of the love real devotees have. So that draws us to them. And that's what is needed. Otherwise, people are just drawn to people of birds of a feather flock together. You're drawn to Biden, politicians, and or New Age people or Buddhas. It's all vibration and frequencies and consciousness. So this is a very rare thing that the Lord came to give, and we're conduits for that. And Prabhupada said, when you're discussing these pastimes like we do, the kingdom of God gets clearer and clearer and clearer, not only for us, but for the world, that there is a kingdom. There is a spiritual world. It's not mythology. See, this is beyond just piously, believing, but not yet believing. See, this is proof that you really believe in Radha and God and Radha and Krishna and all that. Well, we're manifesting their love in this world. We're manifesting their intelligence in this world. Complete intelligence. You show me anybody teaching a more complete understanding of the Godhead. If I did myself, somebody said, would you go if you found something more complete and better? I said, yes, of course. You show me, bring it. You show. That's why I say, one of you gurus, plop your little booty here, and let's have a discussion. Show me something more. Show us all. We'll all go. You show us something better. We're all of one mind here, more or less, So you show us something better. Let's all go, man. Why not, man? We're greedy people. We're called what you read about, greedy devotees. You got them right here, man. You show us more of Krishna somewhere in something, we're going, man. If you're, are you like that or not yourself, or you just blah, blah about it? Well, you meet people here. We're like that, man. You show us a deeper realm of Vrindavan, a more complete, a more real place than what's being manifest here. Hey, man, we're off and running. But they won't. I haven't seen. Prove us wrong. Remember, this is a poker game. Show us your hand now. This is apocalypse. Everybody's putting their cards down, man. Hey, man. You got a pair of deuces, Radhanas, and all you gurus out there, or you got a straight flush. It's time to see. And as I say, when I see they're not being protected physically, I see, oh, you got a pair of deuces. Oh, you're lining people up to the shot like these politicians and what do you call entertainment people? They're all part on the Illuminati, and you're a part of that. Oh, you didn't make it, man. You got a deuces. Why is anybody following you now? We don't follow that. I don't follow that. If anybody in here follows that, you hear me. I bring you to task. I don't follow demons and lies and cheating and all that stuff. I know what they're doing now. The Lord informs me of everything. I mean, not everything, just what I need to know basis. Yeah. See, a poker game is not about showing your hand, but there's a time when you do show your hand. This is that time. Everybody is showing their hand. What hand are you got? What are you dealing? What are you dealing? See? What's in your hand? What have you accumulated? You know, what treasures have you attained in this world? Really attained or not attained? Are you a hypocrite about it? You know, are you saying that you are a great sannyasi and guru and teacher, but you're not, are you? You know, can you deliver your disciples? Do you have the love of Krishna? Can you pass that love of Krishna on to others? I mean, just simple questions now to ask. This obliterates all illusions. You know, just the words here, because they're so friggin' true. They're so real. They're so clear. And getting clear all the time. They don't seem to get clear. All they do is the same kind of classes, you know, Radhes, or you're not this body's, very boring type, nothing new, nothing deep, nothing clarifying. You got to be empowered by God's special mercy, man, which is love of God. See? Not just like Prabhupada would say, you have to have the special mercy of Guru, special mercy of Guru. Yeah, and we explain what that is because nobody knows. They just think it's some word, special mercy. He's got the special mercy of Guru. What is that special? We define it, man, clarify. Yeah, man, special mercy is pure love of Krishna. Prema Bhakti is the special mercy of a real Guru. See? Lalita's got this special mercy, right? People, see, river right there before me. Special mercy of a guru is prema. When you can relish these words of God, words of real devotees, oh, that's topmost, man. See? Come on, you guys, you're following, you're doing just what the world does in religion still. You're following these gurus, and you'll probably never even make it as that kind of guru, even, where you get the acclaim of neophytes. Why would an intelligent Madhyamadikari go to have a neophyte guru who doesn't have the love of God awakened in them? Only neophytes go there, only beginners, because they can't discern the difference. Oh, and then, you know, none of the recent gurus were teaching, oh, I'm sorry, we can't show you the nature of love of God. We got to keep it in. You'll never know. And you won't, because you've never seen and never heard it described, what the devotee feels. Only they know. Only they have the power to describe, and not only that, to awaken. See? That's the problem. People don't know what is the love of God and its glories and its power and its mercy. They just don't know this. They're preaching still the pathetic path, huh? Did I say that, or did Prabodhananda say that? That you're on a pathetic path if you're still doing rules and regulations when this is here. See, when I said when this is here. There was a time to teach the pathetic path 50 years ago, but not that time now. Prabhupada said, don't teach the pathetic path anymore. Teach them this as my full approval. Give them love of Krishna. Show them how to easily get it. Now Gohari is going on and on and on. I'm just as bad as River. See? That's what happens. You get the mercy of God. It's hard to shut you up.
The edge. That's usually
See, I'm like you, River. Can't shut up. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. See you soon. Thank you very much.
Say bye.
Prabhupada would say at the end of it.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Krishna.
Thank you very much.